Hi guys, it's indeed a pleasure to have Nikhil Bhandari with us. Nikhil Bhandari is uh, engineering leader at Ageo.com. It's a geo platform company, and he is an engineering leader with 20 plus years of industry experience in quality engineering, test automation, tools development, and DevOps. And I'm very proud to have him as our esteemed speaker at ATA GTR 2022, which is the seventh edition of Global Testing Retreat. Nikhil, I would request you to speak a little bit about yourself so that the audience knows a little bit more before we jump into your topic.
Sure. Thanks. Thank you, Aditya. It's my pleasure to be part of this particular conference, right? And thank you, Aditya, for giving me this opportunity. As Aditya mentioned, I've been in the industry for the last 20 years. I have been part of the multiple verticals, I would say, in terms of multiple domains, testing, automation, quality engineering side of it, DevOps, and also manage the infrastructures. So one of the things which I always prefer to implement is automation and across, right? Whatever the work that you do, try to do as much as automation possible so that you can focus on many critical things and not worry too much about executing the same monotonous work again and again.
Awesome. So, guys, with that solid experience and that too working for a very large organization, which I think we are all intrigued with, he is presenting a very interesting topic. I'm sure that you will be all be eager to listen to him about what he would be covering. The topic is Road to Full Stack Quality Engineering Journey. Now, full stack, I think, is some word which we all have heard in recent few years, and it is something which has become a buzzword. And he's going to present this interesting topic. So, Nikhil, would you like to highlight something about it? And do not spill too many beans because we want people to attend your conference and you speak everything in that conference. Okay, but yeah,
Absolutely.
little bit more so that people, why should people attend and what is it about?
Absolutely right. And you've been hearing full stack everywhere: full stack quality engineer, full stack development engineers, full stack DevOps engineer, SRE engineers everywhere, right?
Mm.
So the idea about full stack quality engineering is getting involved from the beginning of the cycle till your product gets used by your customers and beyond that as well, right? Trying to understand the patterns, something which is going to use as a feedback loop into your development cycle, something that you can improve upon, something that you can learn the patterns, take certain decisions based on those patterns, and then use the entire thing in your automation, use the automation as well as those feedback loop from the production, and then improve your development cycle, right? So the core essence of this topic is um, ensuring quality at every stage using automation.
Awesome. I would say that guys don't miss attending this wonderful, intriguing topic, which has been overly talked about and debated in recent times. And I'm sure that you would like to ask all kind of questions and understand the road to full stack quality engineering. So we would be all ready to take that, or maybe listen more on how to take that road. Uh, but I don't want to speak more about this topic now. Nikhil, I just want to understand that you have been in the industry for last 20 years and now you're working for a company like Ageo. Can you please give us some insight on what exactly Ageo is all about and the platform, and how basically is it related to the other Geo platforms, and what exactly is the team doing there? If you can give us some insights.
Absolutely. So Geo Platforms is a child company of Reliance, the overall Reliance Retail, or Reliance Industries, I would say. Inside Geo Platforms, we have many verticals, and one of the vertical is Ageo, which focuses on fashion and lifestyle. And within Ageo, you have Ageo and Ageo B2C and Ageo B2B. So I take care of Ageo B2B quality and DevOps, as well as the seller platform. So where we onboard the sellers who can sell their stuff or articles on the Ageo platform. And Ageo business is mostly from wholesaler and then sell it in their offline world, right? And It's one of the growing industries, and being very proud to be part of it. We have very high numbers to target in terms of the revenue, in terms of the total number of orders, and forming a team which is going to help us continuously test and deploy and give that better experience to our business, right? And with this, we are looking at a lot of scale, a lot of orders to be processed on a daily basis. Being part of this wonderful e-com journey, this is one of the biggest e-com companies in India, right? And we are trying to expand that every nook and corner of every state in India. So
Yeah,
it's
very
been
good.
pretty exciting.
It's a great, huge platform. They've got a wonderful mobile app, and also the web interface is awesome. I have used it. I am a customer as well, so I understand that how many products are listed first of all, and how much easy it is for people to use it. So amazing stuff, Nikhil, that you guys are doing. And how big is your team basically? Is it basically divided across various channels, or how exactly it is structured? May I ask that as well?
Sure. Overall, the org is around 50 members org, which is part of my structure, which is divided between QA and DevOps. So we have every vertical has a different set of QA team members here, which focuses more on the business deliverables as well as framework development, and also doing the test automation. The DevOps is mostly focused on all the pipelining, the infrastructure, and everything we are trying to do as much as automation possible within those teams, right? Including all the different formats, or we are supporting various technologies in terms of microservices. There are certain monoliths plus web and all on mobile apps as well, right? And trying to get our infrastructure give us a lot of insights in terms of monitoring and logging, so that we can learn from the customer experience, as well as any incident which happens in the production should be able to handle by giving a proactive, by looking at proactively, by doing a lot of synthetic monitoring around it.
Awesome, awesome. So, guys, just for your information, Nikhil, before he is right now, he's working with Edgeo, but he's worked with companies like Pivo, Visa, Intuit, Oracle, McAfee. So, what kind of difference? So, they were all basically like a big, large product companies, and now you are working with a company like Geo. Do you see that the journey, and how has been the journey, and what exactly is the difference between those kind of product companies and now working for an Indian, I would say, large conglomerate?
Right, right. Of course, I mean, from a tech stack perspective, I think it's more or less same, because that's an industry standard these days in terms of your cloud infrastructure, in terms of your automation, or including your tech stack, right? But in terms of this is my first experience working for a Indian enterprise, I would say, and that too on an e-commerce world. So world is the work happens on a very different pace compared to when I look at Visa, when I look at Intuit, which are more of a financial companies. There are certain restrictions in terms of doing any deployments in the production on a specific date and time, right? Being part of this organization, you have a lot of freedom to experiment few of the things which you could not have done it before, in terms of experimenting with any of the tools, trying out a few POCs, right? Doing a lot of third-party integration, which is going to help you improve your processes. So those challenges are probably overcome. The kind of infrastructure, the kind of environment that we have set up. It's fast-moving, I would say, and we have to be very competitive. There are a lot of competition in this field across, right? Including a lot of Indian companies and a lot of MNCs also who are getting in. So we need to be ahead of them, right? Or very close to our competition, right? So in that case, certain decisions that we have to take, certain experiments that we have to do, that we will focus on certain priorities, and other may not fall as a P0 for us, that can be taken care later in the cycle, right? So we have a lot of challenges from a testing perspective, because we have to test with all the multiple different combinations with different flags on and off, different third-party integrations which are working and not working. At the same time, certain features which are all dependent on the other other verticals, right? So the backward compatibility plays a pretty big role here.
Yeah, amazing stuff. I would say great. I think we can keep on going this conversation. Can I ask one last question if it's okay with you, Nikhil?
Sure, absolutely, Aditya.
Yeah. So how do you keep your passion and inspiration going, Nikhil? So I know that you have been on the cutting edge. So there are two questions. One is how do you keep it going, and second, uh, in your free time, obviously other than technology, how do you unwind yourself?
Sure, absolutely. So from a technology perspective, I think, as you mentioned, right, and been in the industry for last 20 years. I've seen it evolve from rational clear case to HPA, I mean, all the QTP related tools to Seleniums and APMs in this world. And now with the cloud and with all the device farms using Sauce Labs and Browser Stacks and pCloudis and all that. So world has changed in last 20 years. So one of the things which keep me going is learning something new and applying them and try to solve those problems, right? Don't want to be biased too much with the technology, but try to solve the problems and in a more effective way. And you can call me lazy. I want to do much of automation, right? Including I've been asked a lot of reports these days, right, from the leadership team, right? And I try to automate so that every time they ask me, I will have that on the click, and so that I can relax in rest of the time, right? So that's the model. It worked for me, and that's how automation helped me. Even trying to do any small things, even scheduling certain emails to be sent at a specific set of time also needs to be automated, right? So that's a passion that I love. Technology is one part of it, but I think trying to solve a problem. And as you mentioned, right, you have been using Agio. That gives me a kind of a satisfaction that the product that you worked on, and you hear good words about, from the people, that's keep you motivating a bit.
Very nice. Yeah. And
Right?
the second question was about how do you unwind yourself in your free time?
Yeah, I think I'm a big follower of sports. So whenever I get chance, being in India and being one of those 70s kid, cricket, you cannot be going away. So I love following cricket. I don't play that much these days, but yeah, I keep following cricket and the other sports. So I'm a new area which is interested me is around kabaddi. Now I started following a lot of kabaddi, and now the football World Cup is on its way.
Yeah.
Right, so a lot of sports which keeps me at keep my attention to non project related work. And
Yeah.
at the same time try to use certain technologies, not certain technologies, certain your observations in your project in terms of how the team works, right? Everyone
Yeah.
has a role to play, right? Probably try to use those analogies and those things in day-to-day life helps me.
Very interesting. Okay, I probably would like to maybe discuss cricket sometime else, because that's a national debate we can do on why India lost recently, but we don't want to get into all that debate right now. But it was very nice talking to you, Nikhil, and I'm sure that this topic would be close to everybody's heart. And I hope that everybody can enjoy your session and ask you all difficult questions and make it more interesting. I personally would be looking forward for your session. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Aditya. Wonderful talking to you.
Same.